Welcome back, Vipers. I'm Paul, and today we have another mod review by Yourcig, and this one's called the Balrog. It's the mod right here, and it's a 70-watt temperature control box mod that goes from 5 watts all the way up to 75 watts. It does 600 degrees Fahrenheit all the way up to 600 degrees Fahrenheit, or 95 degrees Celsius all the way up to 350 degrees Celsius. It reads nickel wire or Ni200 wire, titanium wire, stainless steel wire, 316L. It does have TCR function. It has sensitivity function. It has a temperature, another temperature control function depending on the air or the temperature of the air that you're vaping at. Like say you're in a house, you have a certain type of temperature. If you're in Alaska, you're below 0 degrees. You can set it to get exactly the temperature control that you want, the same exact flavor, depending on the place you're at. Either when you're in Alaska or you're in the Bahamas, you know, in the summer. The air that you suck in to your RDA or to your tank, either it's colder or hotter, and you can set that temperature from the outside so it won't mess around with the temperature control you want out of your vape. You understand? I'll show you all that up close. I mean, this is a big innovation for me, at least for me. And it is the first mod that you'd ever made, but it already is an update from the last mod they did. It's exactly the same except it has new features on it, okay? It has a USB port for charging, plus and minus button. This fire switch is awesome. I mean, it's very well placed, it's huge. I'll show you up close how you can work with it. I mean, any way you want. You can switch the screens around from one side to the other. Has great features, guys. I mean, let's get down to person. I'm going to show you it up close because it has a lot of features. And then we'll come back up. I'll give you guys my cons, and I'll vape on it a little, and I'll give you my final thoughts, okay? See you guys in a second. Okay, guys, so here we are close and personal with the Balrog 70-watt TC box mod by Yourcig. This is the box it comes in. Nothing really there. This is what it comes with. Where is it? Right here. You guys can see that. Okay, guys, but just before we get started, I'm really happy to be doing this review, honestly, because it's by Yourcig. And why am I saying that is because I've been a vapor for 2.5 years now, and all the coils that I use, Clapton coil, stainless steel, Kentel wire, nickel wire, every single wire, 24 gauge, 26 gauge, 28 gauge, 32 gauge wire has always been from Yourcig. And even my very first little starter kit to start building my coils was from Yourcig. It came with, this is all it came with. This was like $7. These scissors are still the best scissors I have. And they're by Yourcig. I mean, they cut really nice. And I use this to cut wire, guys. This is all it came with. Just the scissors and it's this. And this, believe it or not, was what I used to use to build my coils, to wrap my coils, okay? The Phillips side. Yeah, so I'm really happy to be doing this, and I just wanted to share this little thing with you guys before we continue. Okay, guys, so when you open the box, you're gonna find nothing in here. You're gonna find your user manual. Put this back just a little. You're gonna find your user manual. The whole thing is in English. Not even Chinese here this time. But it tells you most of the information you need to know. The rest of it, I'm going to try to explain it to you guys, okay? I'm a vapor just like you guys. I've said this 100 times, but there are still some guys that decide to come on my channel making like I'm I don't know, an engineer, but I'm not. I'm just a regular vapor just like you guys, and I study a little bit on the products and work with them before I show it to you guys. So I'm going to do my best showing this to you guys, okay? This is a really complex screen. This is the most advanced single 18653 battery mod that I have at the moment. I don't know if there's any better than this, to be honest with you guys, because of the features that it has. Quality, how long it lasts, I don't know, it just came out. This is the updated version of the Balrog, okay? Because the last version did not read stainless steel wiring. This one does already. This one has TCR function. This one has, you can control the temperature that you're vaping at in the in the atmosphere that you're at. Like say you're in the States right now, it's probably 70 degrees outside. You can put the mod saying that it's 70 degrees outside, so the air that comes in is at 70 degrees, so it can read your resistance or put the temperature correctly to the air that you're breathing. Well, I'll explain that. It's kind of complicated. I'll explain that in a second. But yeah, just to show you guys that this technology is... These guys didn't just worry about making a mod that has more 7 watts or 5 watts than the other mod, or another, or it's 200 watts, or it's smaller than the other mod. No, they're stepping up in technology, which I think is really, really cool by Yourcig. I'm really enjoying this. So, I was lucky enough to get the white mod. You can get this in white or black. Small little mod. I'll even compare it right now. This is the e-cig VTC Mini, just so you guys can see the size of it. Okay. e-cig is a little bit taller. This is 23 millimeters, by the way, but over here in this ring around here, it's 22 millimeters. But from here to here, it's 23. Okay. Just so you guys know. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a really nice fire button that you can work with it any way you want it in your hand, because the fire button isn't only this piece here in the middle, it goes all the way around. If you click it here, it'll work. Do you guys hear that? I click it here, it'll work. If I hold it like this, it'll work. If I hold it like this, it'll work. If I hold it like this, it'll work. This way, it'll work. I mean, any way you want to hold it, guys, it'll work. You don't have to be doing this or be doing this. I hold it like this. Really, really nice fire button. I love this feature on it. Here you have your plus and minus button. Okay, your up and down button for temperature control or your watts. Here you have your USB charging port. It does do bypass because I tested it already, so you can bypass on it. And before we get started, I'll tell you guys, a fully charged 18650 battery. If you use the Samsung's 25Rs, the green ones, it's 2500 milliamps. I got 4 hours out of this, which is pretty cool. The only one that can probably beat this is probably the e-cig VTC Mini. Okay. Yeah, battery life is awesome on this for me. I mean, chain vapor for 4 hours, I think it's really, really nice. Oh, at 60 watts with a 0.33 ohm coil, Clapton coil, 4 hours. Is that cool or what, guys? Okay, that's what it does. So here you have your stainless steel threading. The body is made out of a zinc alloy, and your contact pin, your 510 contact pin is made out of brass. So you got brass, stainless steel, and zinc alloy. Okay, and this, you have a white, like powdered coating, but I would say the coating is like eggshell coating. That's what I would go for, because it's not too bright and it's not too faded, you know. It's sort of like the e-cig. You see, it's sort of shiny, except this one's in white, but I bet you the black one has the same coating on it. The difference is this body is made out of stainless steel and this one is made out of zinc alloy. I wish it was made out of stainless steel, because I'm positive with all the mods that I have that are made out of stainless steel. Look at the paint job on this. I mean, it's great, okay? And I really don't know how much is gonna hold out, because most of my zinc alloy bodies that are painted, the paint job goes away really fast. Okay, so you open up your battery door. You have 2 magnets on top, 2 magnets on the bottom, 2 magnets on top, 2 magnets on the bottom. I would suggest UD to make a straightforward magnet on top and straightforward magnet at the bottom, because it does the job, but it's not that strong. It does the job though, okay? But it's not that strong. So just keep that noticed. It comes with this neck strap. That's why you have this hole up here, so you can hook this up if you want. It's an extra. I'm not really going to use it, but it's always nice to have it. You have the option if you want it or not, which is, I think, is really cool, and it was a nice touch I did to it. I think these guys thought about everything. So yeah, you can put it around your neck, and I guess I'll show it to you guys, because it has some sayings on it. Really cool. Keep vaping. On your 510 threading here, It's made out of stainless steel. It's reverse threading. So if you take this out, you will find some cotton on the inside. Okay, you can make your own cotton, but it already comes with an extra 3. So with this one is 4. Okay, ring shaped. What does this do? Especially if you use RDAs like I do, if you're using an RDA, it usually leaks a little bit on the 510 connection. Usually does. Not all of them, but I would say most of them. And my favorite ones with the best flavor and best vapor, it's usually the ones that leak through the bottom here. Or it'll come through here and drip, go down to the bottom, or it'll just leak through the 510. Not too much, but it's condensation. So this is like a condensation ring where it has cotton on the inside. So the excess condensation or liquid will go to the cotton and not go inside your 510 threading, which is really, really nice. So here it is. Threadings are really smooth. Made out of stainless steel, like I said, brass 510 pin. Spring loaded, of course. Reverse threading, so if you wanted to unscrew, you screw. If you want to screw, you unscrew. Okay, really simple. Really easy to change. If you want to put your own cotton in, you can put your own cotton in here. Really nice, okay? Here we have the inside. You have brass contacts. This is another thing I would change. Usually, I mean, in our toys when we were small, usually the negative contact is the one that has a spring loaded. This one, it's the other way around. Here you have your positive contact at the bottom. You can see it marked right there. Negative is at top. And the positive is the one that's spring loaded. I wish it was the other way around. A lot of mods do this. I really don't know why. I mean, spring loaded has been since I was a child on the negative part of the battery. Since we're talking about batteries, I'm going to repeat this every time I do a mod because some guy asked me this. I think it's a stupid question, I'm sorry, but I mean, everybody had toys when you were a kid, right? The flattest part on the battery, I know this one is sort of flat, but not as flat as this one. The flattest part on the battery is your negative. It's where it should be written minus. This one doesn't have it either. So that's why they asked me. The flattest part on your battery, guys, is your minus or your negative, and this part that has like a little nipple on it is your positive or your plus contact from your battery, okay? So this top part is going to go on the bottom on the mod, okay? So you put your strap on the inside, plus at the bottom, put the plus part in first, your positive, to push it in so you don't ruin the cover of your battery. And you just put, it only fits one way, your battery cover on it, and that's it. You have venting for your chip, but you don't have venting for your battery, which I think is a kind of a bummer also. A couple of holes here, like the same holes they had here, they could have put it on this side also. And another thing I want to show you guys right now, since we're with the mod in our hand. This review is going to take a long time. Just to show you guys really quick, like, it's not flat. I don't know why it's a little bit lifted up in the middle. Maybe it's just my mod, I don't know, but watch. See that? It doesn't sit straight. Okay, just keep that in mind also. So what else we get in the box? You get your USB cable. I like these little cables. You can use this one to charge, but if you want to bypass, of course, you're not going to be using this one, or else you're going to have your face stuck to the computer, right? You need a longer USB, but it's your standard. This one's just cooler. Black, really cool. And like I said, your extra cotton, and you got your strap. Okay, guys, let's go to the fun part now. Fun part. Let's turn this baby on. First put your battery in, of course, which is in already. 5 clicks to turn it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. UD box. And your standard normal LED screen. You can see your battery level here at the side. On top here, it's going to tell you your resistance when you put an atomizer on top or an RDA. At the bottom here, if you're working in watts, it's going to be telling you your volts, your actual real-time volts, depending on the coil you have at top, or your resistance. If you're at 60 watts, the coil I'm using, it's about 4 point something volts. It'll show it here. And this P here tells me that I'm in power mode. If I'm working in temperature control mode, it's either going to give me an I, or stainless steel, or titanium, which you can pick it on it, okay? 3 clicks to go into the menu system, then you got your plus and minus. See that? Goes all the way up to 70 watts, goes down to 50 watts. Goes down to 5 watts, sorry. I've been working with it at 60. So I'm going to bring it up to 60 again. $60. If you press the down button and your fire button, it'll lock in the mod. Okay, so it's locked. It won't fire. This feature is cool. Yeah, you should be able to lock it in. I would rather have it turn off than not having the feature where I can lock in just my power and fire at the same time, because sometimes the watts can change on you, you know, and I like, when I put a coil in and I like that coil and I like that power that I'm vaping on, I like to stay on that power. And sometimes I'm vaping away and I'm like see, if you hold it like this, by accident, you can switch your power. So I wish I could just lock in the power and locking the whole thing in. Now I can't fire. So I have to unlock it. Right? And I can fire again. See? But I can't lock in the power that I'm using. I can just lock in the whole mod. Okay, if you press your plus and minus button, if you're working in temperature control and put a new coil in, like nickel wire, titanium wire, or stainless steel wire, if you press your plus and minus button, it'll lock in your resistance. Let's say it's locked in. Okay, so now let's go to the menu features. Menu feature, 3 clicks to get into it. 1, 2, 3. Here it's going to give you TC mode and watts, power mode. TC mode, you can go back and forward, they both work. Okay. Power mode, which is where we're at now. And you have your system, and then you have your exit to go back to your vaping mode. Okay, so let's go with the TC mode. TC mode, press your fire button, and you have stainless steel wire, right? 316L stainless steel wire, which is awesome. You have your TCR functions, which it can work with TCR, which is awesome. You have your normal, this is in TI, titanium wire, and nickel wire, Ni200 wire. So stainless steel is already pre-programmed with 316, but if you want to fine-tune your stainless steel wire or your nickel wire or your titanium wire, all you have to do is go to the TCR function. You can set it how you'd like it. But it even fine-tunes even more than the TCR function that are in standard mods today. So TCR, if we were going to work with the TCR, you'd go and just pick out, you know, your profile 1. You got profile 2, profile 3, profile 4. I'll show you one of these. I'll go profile 1 again and click your start. And over here, it tells you your temperature, okay? So your coefficient for 200 degrees Fahrenheit, the lowest you can go is 1.30. It won't go lower. You can go higher. Now, if you want to work with 400 degrees Fahrenheit, your lowest is 135. 1.35, which is 1.05. Okay, it'll go lower to 1.05. Sorry about that. And it goes all the way up to 4 if I or 3. Let's see how far they go. .5 at 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, let's leave it like this. I haven't been working with it, but at 600 degrees Fahrenheit, okay, this one goes up to 4 at 600 degrees Fahrenheit. So it depends on the temperature you have. That'll alter your coefficient either to go lower or go higher. It all depends on the temperature you have for it, or the coil, okay? So let's get out of here. Fahrenheit or Celsius, whatever you want. I'm gonna leave this in Fahrenheit. This is the set temperature, 420 degrees Fahrenheit, is what I had it at. Okay, you can exit if you want, or I'm gonna continue. Now let's go to the cool part. System, you press your fire button, and now you have your screen. You can flip it around, left to right, or right to left. It came out. Temperature compensation, 1 to 3. Let's go back. This is the cool part. Okay, so system, press it once, screen, I don't want the screen. Temperature, compensation. So you press your fire button, and this is really cool. Okay, so you have 1 all the way up to 100 or 99. What does this do? In your user manual, it'll give you an idea. I guess I'll give you guys an idea. This function is really cool that I haven't seen in any mod at all. What does this do? Your compensation means that you set this mod to 420 degrees Fahrenheit, right? But say you're in Alaska, you're working at 20 below. It's not going to be the same thing as if I'm in Portugal or you guys are at the States and vaping at home at 70 degrees Fahrenheit, right? If you're in the street and you're 20 below, you can never get the same taste off of your vape setting it at 420 degrees Fahrenheit because the air that's coming inside to your coil is either colder or hotter than where I'm at. You guys understand that? Keeps getting out. 1, 2, 3. So what does this do is, this feature is cool. So basically what I'm telling you guys is that you have a chart in your user manual that if you're I'll give you one of them. Okay, so let's say we're at 1, okay? To leave it at 1, your room temperature, okay, where you're vaping at should be at over or above 68 degrees Fahrenheit. You would set it to 1, which is about the time we're at now. So I'll just leave it at 1. So it will program, it's programmed in here that the air that's coming inside, the temperature of the air that is going inside to your air hole is over 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So it can compensate for the temperature you set your coil, like say at 420 degrees Fahrenheit. That is awesome. That's what I'm going to explain out of it. You guys can test it out how you want, but yeah, it does it. Technology, guys. We're stepping up the ball game. Okay, so let's go out. System again. System. Now we're going to go. There was screen, compensation, and sensitivity. What's sensitivity for? Press your fire button. You have 1 all the way up to 20, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you have to do 1 at a time. I'm going to leave it at 1. 1 meaning the most sensitive, 20 meaning the less sensitive. What does that mean? If you leave it at 1, and if you put this at 420 degrees Fahrenheit, you want 420 degrees Fahrenheit. If you put it at 5, you want in between 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 415 degrees Fahrenheit. You see where I'm going? If you put 20, you probably get a margin of 20%. I don't know. If you put 420, it'll go to 450 or come down to 380. It depends. The lower the number, the more sensitive it is. The higher the number, the more versatility you get out of your vape. Okay? So that's sensitive. So it has temperature control, nickel wire, titanium wire, stainless steel wire. Has TCR function for stainless steel wire, titanium wire, and I200 wire. It has your room temperature to control better your resistance, and it has sensitivity if you want it to hit exactly on the temperature that you had it on, or it can play around a little for you. Excellent, right? What else does it have? If you're on temperature control, which let me see if it is, I think so. If you press your fire button and your plus button, okay, now it says here I can change the temperature if I want to bring it up, okay? Instead of going all into the menu features, I'm going to leave it at 420. Press it again. And it's going to ask me if I want that program 1, program 2, program 3, which is the TCR function. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to leave it at 1. If it's stainless steel wire, if it's titanium wire, if it's nickel wire, you can do it all here. Program 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll leave it at stainless steel. I'm not using it, but so it gives you your watts, which you can change here. Let's recap. Okay, but I want to change my temperature. Plus and fire button. And change your temperature. Okay, guys. And that's it. Here you have. Let me see it because. Okay, so it's telling me I'm in Fahrenheit right here at the bottom. It's the F, right? Fahrenheit. Here it's telling me it's in stainless steel, that little box that's right there. Battery level. This should be volts. No, it's my temperature here on top. Since I'm working in temperature control now, it'll give me my temperature up on top. If I'm working exactly only in watts, it'll give me my volts, okay? And that's your coil, and when you fire it, it's going to tell you your volts. Let me put my RDA on top. Okay, I'm going to change it to watts only, because this is watts, power mode. I'm in power mode. And exit. And I'm in power mode. A 0.33 ohm coil. 0.3 ohm coil right there. Let me take a hit off of this, guys. Battery life, like I told you, I got about 4 hours out of it. It's really cool. You already know the plus and minus button is gonna lock in your resistance, which are not, you don't have to do that in temperature control. So yeah, I think I showed everything to you guys by now, right? I'm a pain in the ass, ain't I? Balrog right here, really nice. I hope that doesn't come off. I like the white mod. Looks really nice. I like it a lot. Guys, so I think I explained everything. If there's anything else you need to know, please leave it down in the comments. Let's go back up to FaceTime. I'm going to vape on it and give you my final thoughts, okay? See you guys in a second. Okay guys, so that was our close and personal with the Balrog from Yourcig. I hope I explained sort of how the menu feature works. I didn't want to waste much time with the counter, puff counter. You can set the puff counter also. I don't think I missed anything else from the screen. I'm not positive. You can switch the screen around. I already told you the temperature it can go to. It uses a high-drain battery that's sold separately. You guys have to purchase it separately, okay? High-drain batteries, 20 amps or above. And that could be pulsing also. But yeah, 20 amp battery, high-drain battery. Let's go with the cons first. The first con I guess I'm going to say is what I showed you guys on the table. It wobbles a little. I don't know why, but it wobbles. Second con would go for, they can put some more venting holes for the battery instead of being just for the board. This is the venting holes for the board. On this side we have no venting holes or there, or on here on the side for the battery. Because the mod does get kind of hot. I'm going to say that. It does get kind of hot if you're chain vaping like I always chain vape. What else? There's another con. This mod came out about, I guess, 2 months ago, and it didn't have stainless steel readings on it. You couldn't do temperature control in stainless steel, only in watts mode. Now you can. It has all those extra features that I showed you guys up close. Well, now it has it, okay? So there's no updates on this. This is only for charging. I wish they would include on their mod updates available. This mod is exactly the same. If people can update this mod, they would just hook it up to the computer and update it. And the people that bought it 2 months ago, they would be working with the brand new mod, which unfortunately, from what I know, they can't. Okay, so yeah, you have to get this one to have the stainless steel and temperature control and the coefficients and all that stuff, which is kind of sad. That's really sad. It's a real bummer, seriously. They should have updates available with the USB, okay? You don't have to be buying a new mod. The what other con can I have for this? I think that was it. It was the wobbling, it's the updates, and the battery venting on it. Everything else, guys, wow. The price point, I've seen it, I'll leave the links on the bottom. Good thing about doing a review on a product that comes directly from the factory, I can put whatever shops I want on it, okay? I never do affiliate links because I don't care if you guys buy it or not. I'm just showing you the product, sincerely, and you guys can get it wherever you want. But coming from the factory, I can put whatever links I want. So I've seen this around for about $43, all the way up to like $65. I'll put a couple of links on the bottom where you guys can find this. Again, I really don't know if this is already the new version or if they're still selling the older version that doesn't have stainless steel. You guys are probably going to have to ask the shops if you want to order it. But if you do order it, I'm going to guarantee you guys, battery life on this is awesome. I can actually compare it to the e-cig VTC Mini. It's awesome, but it has more functions than the e-cig VTC Mini, which makes it a step above for me already from the e-cig VTC Mini. This product, I'm not going to say if I lost it today, would I buy it tomorrow? That's not the question. The question is, if you're new to vaping or you're not new to vaping, but you use the pen or you use a mech mod or you want to step up to a single 18650 mod, guys, get this one. I mean, 100%. You are going to be 100% satisfied with this mod, hands down. It's excellent. It has all the newest innovations available. I love the mod. I love the color of it. You can get it in black, but black for my oily fingers, it's not really good. I'm glad they sent me the white one. I love it a lot. Looks good with any tank on top of it, or a white tank, or chrome, or black. It looks awesome, okay? It looks really nice. Battery life on it is awesome, like I said, and again, you can be at work if you have a computer and you have a USB port. You can be charging and vaping at the same time. The screen is really nice to look at. I mean, it's really bright, really, really nice. All the extra features it has on it, I think it's excellent. You probably won't be using them all, but they're here. You can use it. You can put the strap around it, use it around your neck, you know, just hold it down here. It's awesome. Yeah, this could be a little bit stronger, I guess. The magnets, it doesn't make any noise. I mean, nothing rattles at all on this. It's perfect. But they're not weak, but they're not too strong, you know. I had mods with the battery doors being stronger. If they use, instead of having these two separate magnets, if they put just one big long magnet on it, it would hold up better. It's not bad, but it could be stronger. Really nice though. Feels really, really nice in the hand. Let me take a vape off of it. I highly recommend this, guys. Oh, and I'm not with the Clapton coils here anymore. I already did stainless steel. I did a dual build. I can show you guys, I guess. That's my dual build. 7 wraps of stainless steel, 2.5 millimeters in diameter. It comes out to a 0.14 ohm. Temperature control. Working great. Great, great, great. I put my temperature, my room temperature on it and everything. It's guys, I don't know how to explain this. The mod is excellent. Okay, it's excellent. Oh, another thing that they can probably do. Zinc alloy, I guess it's okay, but from my personal experience, mods that are made out of stainless steel, the whole body made out of stainless steel, the paint job seems to last longer on it. So if it is possible to keep the same price ratio on the mod and make it out of stainless steel, I think it would be a lot better. You guys know I love stainless steel, so what else can I say? That's what I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope to see you all in the next one. If you didn't subscribe, please subscribe there at the bottom. It's easy clicking, it's for free. If you can share with your friends, I would really appreciate that, because your friends can become my friends, okay? And that's it. Stay safe, you guys. Rock on, and VaporVaporPT is out, and I hope to see you all on my next review, which will be on the Rosary from you also. Dying to try this one out. Okay, guys, stay safe.